Guys, so my name is Tamza Mandlovu. I am a DERIV affiliate marketer. So most people keep on asking in my groups that is it safe to do DP2p transactions using Ecocash? And I'm saying yes, it's safe. Why is it safe? Because on DP2p there is what we call booking. So the booking, the seller has to put an ad and then you have to go and click and say, I have paid the man, even though you haven't, and then you send the Ecocash. So when you book, when you confirm that you have paid the man, if you look at 3. So for those who don't know, you have to first go to your DP2p application or go to on the DERIV.com website under cashier, go on DP2p. DP2p requires registration. You can watch my other YouTube videos to get more insight on that. So you go, there is a column written buy or sell. You have to go under the column buy if you want to buy the DP2p. I advise people not to put buying ads for sellers to then we go and click. That's not safe, guys. That's not safe. Rather, the seller should then sell to you, not you requesting to buy. Because if you request, the seller would just say, I can give you what. You see, that becomes a very complicated thing. But what you can do to have a good successful deal with no scamming, whatever, you can actually follow these rules. So what you will be looking for on that column if you want to sell your DP2p. So on DP2p, DERIV has managed to rate each seller. So on their rating, they will be rating on the ability of the seller to complete a transaction. So you will see a percentage a percentage of completion, the percentage completion rating. And so some you will see 100%, and some you see 87%, some you see 33%, some you see 53%. If you want to sell, you should take note of that, because you can't trust someone, like honestly, you can't trust someone with a completion rate of 30. That's not safe. That's not safe. Also, you should look at the rate. For most people, if you see a rate which is like above 300 or something, just know that DP2p is not yours. Probably that someone is selling to someone who has already bought or something, and it's not for you. But if you see, especially nowadays in Zimbabwe, the rate is it 140, 145, 150 there, and some are still selling it 130. And so what you do, just look for those rates. And so if you say 140, that's good. 140, yeah, these days it's 140, and so that's a good rate. And then you check the number of orders. Honestly, you can't trust someone with just five completed orders and with 100%, and they're like, this one is safe. We don't know. Rather trust someone who has like 25 orders going up, or 20 or 15. 5, yeah, a newcomer, Pela. We don't trust you. So that's the thing. and then what you do when you found that someone with a good rate, with the 100% completion rating, with a reasonable amount, and also with good average release time, and preferably less than 5 minutes, or at least If maybe the guy or the seller is too busy, maybe less than 15. But these transactions are not really complicated. I mean, if you have received your thing, just go online and then just say, I have received my money. It's really that simple. So 15 minutes, 15 minutes is a long time. Like seriously, it's a long time. And then you go to Chi, you then book that man. So what you do if you're a buyer and the seller has to create an ad, not you creating an ad to buy. It doesn't work like that. And the seller has to put an ad and then you book on the ad. So when you booking is when you click, even though you haven't paid anything, you just say, I have paid so and so this amount of money. And then what will happen? The money will not belong to anyone. The seller will not have the money. The buyer will not have the money. No one has the money, but DERIV has the money, who is the third party in the transaction. And so when you have booked and booking, the booking, that part is the one which makes everything to be, booking is the thing. It makes DP2p to be very safe, for everyone, even the seller, even the buyer. And because if so, for each DP2p transaction, and the transactions are timed, at least the transaction lasts 2 hours. So if you confirm and you do not pay in the 2 hours, become the 2 hours elapses, that shows that someone scammed someone. The transaction was not done very well. Someone either did not pay or someone is refusing to release the funds. So DERIV will just say, let's go for dispute. And you send your proof that you sent the money, you send the proof that you received the money. That's it. So obviously, if you haven't paid, I mean, very, you can't even make up a screenshot. It will be very difficult for you. Even for the seller will also say, I did not receive anything. He may actually, or he or she can send a statement from Ecocash and say, I did not receive any money from this person. This person is lying. Because that's the thing. DP2p booking very is way better than Skrill or ATM or something. That booking DERIV actually did a good thing by introducing a DP2p. So after you confirm, the buyer who had booked the money should send that's important. You can and send the right amounts, not sending a money which is not paying small amounts compared to the 1 year sub. That's not how you do. You should pay. If the rate is 1/4 and someone has put a US dollars is selling 5.04 US dollars, you should say 5.04 US dollars times 1/4. That's the right amount. Whether they are cents or something, no, you should send the full amount. That's the purpose. You actually, if you say I have paid, you actually see the amount which is there. I think Vele DERIV should say on the DERIV, on the cashier, the DP2p, instead of saying I have paid, it should just say the buyer must book. It should be written book, not I have paid or something, because that thing serves as a booking technique, not as something else. And then, so after you have booked, you have to send the Ecocash to that seller. And then when you have sent, now this is the most important part, you copy and paste the message from Ecocash and plus 263 something, that number from Ecocash for Ecocash deals and or any Ecocash transaction on the Econet wireless network, and you then copy and paste it on DP2p messaging system. That's the function of that. There is a reason why they had to put that messaging system there. That messaging system allows DERIV, the third party, to see how the transaction went. You can't be using WhatsApp to do DP2. No, you get scammed, or Facebook or whatever. You need to use DP2p messaging system. And so when you've booked, you just say, hi, where can I send the Ecocash to? The seller will then say 07 something something something, and the name which should come out is I will use my name, Love Tamsanga, my Ecocash number 078216 what, and then from there, that ensures that if the buyer that makes like gives the buyer a guide to say, I'll be sending that much to that number, so that even if the buyer makes a mistake, you just say, you do not send to me. You can write a number, maybe you made a mistake, you see. So you have to put your name on that Ecocash, the name of that Ecocash and line, so that the buyer won't make a mistake. And then when you are done and you put hi, and so you'll be like, hi, I've booked the man, where can I send the Ecocash to? The seller will be like, no, you can send to 0078216 what, and name which should come out there is Mpofu something something, or Nyoni something something, and or the famous Mofu something something, and then from there you're like, all right, it's okay. And you then, after you've paid, the buyer should then copy and paste the message from Econet, you put it there, and then the seller will just have to say, received, I'm releasing now. It's really that simple. And then the the seller releases the funds, and then the buyer receives the funds. It's really that simple. It's really that simple. So when you're doing those DP2P transactions, make sure that the 2 hours doesn't elapse, because if it elapses, you're going for a dispute, and the dispute is a nasty thing. Your account can get closed, and it's a bad thing, because there are people who have actually invested a lot in DERIV, So if you are blocked, it's a bad thing, you see. So it's really that simple. And then to join, you can actually copy that. You can actually look at that link, or check the description. So thank you guys. Have a good day.